Welcome to the Happy Healthy Life Podcast with your hosts, Rob and Randy, who reveal the truth, the lies, and confusion about health so that you are no longer the victim to mainstream medical dogma and you are the hero to your own happy, healthy story.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the Happy Healthy Life Podcast.
Hey guys,
with your host Rob and Randy.
What's happening?
Welcome to episode number 24. So we were knee deep in the holidays right now. Just got back from Good Morning Texas, doing a couple shows. Today, we're talking all about metabolism. Today, we're going to be talking about 4 easy steps to be able to make sure that you are living the happy, healthy life. What that means, because what we see so much when it comes to health is people just living unintentionally when it comes to their health. So we want you guys to live with intention, not just going with the flow and doing what everybody else is doing because everybody else is doing that. The reality is, if what everybody else was doing was actually working, then everybody would be healthy. And that's not the case. We see people right now dropping dead. It seems like
Literally
all over the place. I know
dropping dead.
Mike Leach, who had coached from over at Texas Tech.
Yep.
He dies of a massive heart attack. He's on practice on Saturday. He drops down on Sunday, goes into hospice care on Monday.
Yeah.
How in the world does that happen? It happens when you're not living your life intentionally when it comes to your health. So let's get right into it.
We just buried my uncle. I mean, in his mid 70s. It seems like that's so young, and there's so much more life ahead of us. And it's not even how long you live, it's the quality of life that you have while you are here. And that's really the intentional, happy, healthy life. It's not just getting to a number, it's thriving. It is going through life every single day where you're just dominating life because you're not just walking around like a chicken with your head cut off. You are living by intention. So let's jump in. This is a short, quick episode, but I'm so excited about this show because I think you're going to get a lot out of today.
You're going to get a ton. So the first thing here is really understanding that the American dream isn't a material thing. The American dream really is about building a legacy. So if we're talking about our health, we want to make sure that we are healthy in order to be able to be here, not just for our children, but for our grandkids. We also want to be a role model for our kids so that they can be able to live a legacy life for their children as well. And there's got to be intention behind that. You can't be doing what everybody else is doing.
No, we even talked about it on live TV today, how over 70% of Americans are overweight or obese. 88% of Americans are not metabolically healthy. Cancer, heart disease, stroke, diabetes, arthritis, chronic illness, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, every major chronic disease and illness is flourishing at a record rate. Yet all those conditions are metabolic conditions that are preventable, which really ought to wake us up to the whole idea that turning your health over to a system that makes its money treating these conditions with zero solutions should be a huge red flag. And if that doesn't wake you up, I don't know what will.
No, absolutely not. I mean, look at right now, what's the one thing that we've all been taught or told over the last couple of years to be able to keep yourself healthy is somehow inject some kind of
get
poison,
a vaccine,
inject some kind of poison into your body. Yet you see these same people that are getting those poisons put into their body are the same ones that are also dropping dead right now. So obviously that's not the answer. That's not the solution. So you better understand what it is that you need to do for your health and understand the truth. So first thing is understand, you got to build a legacy. You got to be intentional about it. And that right there goes into what your why is, because the second step is, like, for us, we want to create healthier people. That for us is our purpose, creating happier, healthier people. So for you, what is your purpose going to be? Your purpose, should be not just to make yourself better, but to make yourself better so everybody around you is better. And that really is what it is that we do. So much so, we want to see you guys get better. So what we did is we developed a program or a challenge for you guys here in January. A lot of you guys have been asking, what do I do? How do I do this? How do I get my metabolism working? So we've got a Jumpstart Your Metabolism program. It's going to be a 3-day challenge, and it's going to teach you all the tools that you need to get your metabolism jump started in the new year don't try to do it alone. Don't go out there and Google a bunch of stuff there's some stuff that might be okay. Most of it's bullshit. I said it, sorry, I cussed, but it is. So we're going to show you how to do that. That's going to start January the 16th. So mark your calendar right now. Be intentional.
Yeah, we're going to reveal the exact game plan and strategy that you can follow, and you can do this virtually to completely turn your metabolic health around. And it happens very, very quickly. So yeah, January 16th. This is going to be right around the corner. And I couldn't be more excited about this because we've never actually done anything like this before. Although we've been in the game for over 20 years and are really good at what we do and really are metabolic experts at this point. But I think what was holding us back a little bit, if I'm honest and candid, is, could we take what we've done clinically so successfully, and then could we replicate that into a virtual opportunity for people to go through a program like ours and still get the same amazing results that they would walking into our office? And then the second thing was, could we deliver that across the board and scale this thing so we could support the people just like we were able to do clinically? And the answer to both of those questions is absolutely yes.
Heck yeah.
We can provide this virtually. We can still get you the same incredible results that we are able to get clinically, and we can support that process so you don't have to guess anymore. And you've got the support, you've got a game plan, and you've got something unique and customized for you.
Yeah, and the numbers don't lie, right? So we've had somebody send us a message last week, even posted it on Facebook. In 5 weeks, they had lost 43 pounds.
Yeah,
right. That only happens if your metabolism is now working better than it was before. And we've got a ton of other people that have reached out to us, let us know what their results were as well. And we're going to give that opportunity to you guys as well. What a better time to do that than the beginning of the year? Because here's the alternative. Here's what ends up happening. If you've got unhealthy, overweight people, you're sick, what that does is that creates a dependency for you on our healthcare system, which right now our healthcare system sucks. And so you don't want to be dependent on that, because here's what happens when you're sick, you're unhealthy, you're in pain. You don't make very good decisions, because now you're making decisions out of fear and anger, and you never make great decisions out of fear and anger. So why not start the new year healthy versus being dependent on a system which is really not designed to get you healthy? It's designed to keep you sick. So you stay in it and you keep on taking the drugs.
Yeah, well, there's more people in the system right now than in any point in recorded history. And not to be redundant, but the reality is more people in the system, more sick people. There's more doctors, more drugs, more surgeries, more hospitals, more research, more foundations, more TV media telling us exactly what to do, chirping and regurgitating and parroting all these things the drug companies keep telling us. Yet right now, there's never been a point where we've been more sick as a country. In fact, our current healthcare system has a net death benefit, which means that the whole thing went away, there would be people that would die. More people would live right now in our country if the whole freaking system just went away. That's a huge indictment on a system that's been lying to us, teaching us that, hey, it's all genetic. You're getting older. There's nothing you can do. It runs in your family. I'm tired of hearing this, because what they're telling us is, when they tell us those things, is that there's nothing that you can do. You are a victim. You're going to live in fear, and you're going to like it. And you're going to take our drugs because we are your leader. And I don't put anybody in a leadership position who's this bad at what they do. When you're this horrible at your job, when you lie this much, and we already know, listen, every major pharmaceutical company, they are convicted felons, racketeering, fraud. They've done all this stuff to mislead the literally society as a whole. They've lied to us. They're making money hand over fist. When you're this bad at your job, when you're telling us right out of the gate, listen, there's nothing you can do but take our drugs, I'm not going to put a person in a position to have that type of authority over me. And when you talk about legacy, that's the thing. Take responsible for your life and your health. Break the pattern you and I are doing. We're breaking lifelong patterns in our family by saying, you know what, there is a better way to live. There are things you can do, that God created you to be healthy and well. Greater is he that's in you than he that's in this world. That is an absolute fact, and it's an immutable law, and it can't be glossed over. We have the most amazing healing power in our body, and that's the power that I want to work with. That's what's in charge of my health, and I'm going to honor that, Dr. Rob. How about you?
100%. So that's why we've got a program to show you exactly how to do that.
Totally.
So,
Create the right environment where your body can do the right thing.
Totally.
Your body's always trying to heal you. It's never trying to kill you. We're going to help show you how to create that environment where your body can thrive and flourish.
Exactly. So next one is, if you're going to live a happy, healthy life, you got to have mental toughness. That's important because stuff is always going to happen. There is always going to be a reason for you not to start getting yourself healthy. Right now, it's like, oh, I can't do it because Christmas is right around the corner. It's next week. I've got a Christmas party to go to, so I can't live a healthy life, which is really an excuse. What do we know about excuses? They're like elbows and assholes. Everybody's got one. And so the reality is that you got to be mentally tough so you can have the discipline to overcome that temptation when it does come around, because it is going to come around. What do we know about willpower? It will let you down. So you
every
better
single time
have a strategy, have a blueprint, know where it is that you're going, know how to get there. We want to show you how to be able to get there, but it's got to start with having some mental toughness and not just giving in to what everybody else is doing. Just because everybody else is doing that, what do we know? Is everybody else is also sick and unhealthy.
Yeah. And so mentally, when I'm in a challenge, I want to lean into that even more, because what I maybe thought was true or wasn't true, it only reveals itself more during the hardest moments of your life. And if you know anything about my story and when I overcame late stage cancer back in almost 12 years ago, the thing that I knew was that my body was designed to be healthy and well, and that the same truth in the light is the same truth in the dark. And so I wanted to lean into that, not run away from it. That's when the strength happens, and the mental strength that comes from knowing and believing and anchoring to the values that you really believe. It's never been more important than right now to do that. So adversity is going to knock on your door. Things aren't always going to go your way. We don't just find joy because everything is falling in place for us. Lean in, build some mental strength and fortitude, because really that's where the growth happens. It's not in the success or when everything seems like it's going perfect. It's really believing and anchoring to the things and driving deeper into that when you're going through some of your worst moments. And that's just an absolute life fact right there.
Absolutely. And find the gratitude and find the great things in the midst of that storm, because again, guarantee you there are, and you can't be fearful and in gratitude at the exact same time.
No.
Try it. Can't be done. Next one, last one is this. This week is short and sweet. Let's get after it. The last one is this, is that physical fitness, nutrition are important. And it's important not for the reasons that you guys are going to think it is, which
not
is
just to look great naked.
Exactly.
That's not the only reason.
No. Not just to look great naked or just be, quote, healthy or fit. Really what it's about exactly what you were just talking about, is building that discipline muscle. It's, whenever you're more disciplined, everything else in your life is better. Your confidence is better. Your certainty is better. Your productivity is better. Everybody around you seems to be happier when that happens. And so that's why we've already said we're committed to doing 75 Hard again, beginning January the 1st. That way we can be able to be really flexing that muscle again, flexing the discipline muscle, flexing the certainty muscle, flexing all of those different muscles so that we can be able to be better, because we've got a lot of stuff to do when it comes to creating a happy, healthy army, a happy, healthy world that really becomes, the underlying why behind all of this. And that's why physical fitness, health, nutrition, all those things are important.
Yeah, I want us to flex that no cutting corners muscle, the muscle that needs to be utilized and flex at all times to create the real mental fortitude and discipline to carry out your plans and to succeed, and to make sure that the investments you're making in yourself really do make the difference, that you are leaving the legacy. And for us, we had a real coming to Jesus meeting this last week about the direction of the company and where we're going. And the linchpin to it all, it came right back to us. It was dependent on anybody else. Nobody's coming to save us. No one's coming to save our business. Nobody's going to care about this more than we are, but the message will only be as effective as our ability to not cut corners, to follow through, and to make sure that we're holding ourselves accountable and that we are living that happy, healthy life. It's not the perfect life, but it's a life with intention. And that's a great life to live, especially when you're trying to create legacy and break patterns and family old patterns that need to be broken. So I'm excited about going into 2023, but the year's not done yet. And I couldn't be more excited about right now and feeling the way I feel and knowing what God has in store. That's part of that gratitude and that mindset. And I'm very thankful for that. And you think about it, there's so much depression now, Dr. Rob. There's so many people that are hurting, and you just don't see depression when you're living a life by intention, when you're investing in yourself, when you know who God made you to be. There is a purpose there. Depression doesn't exist in that world. And that's a real thing that a lot of people deal with. And I think a lot of it is they just don't have that real intentional purpose behind their life. And I don't ever want to lose that, because depression is real. It'll kick your butt, but it only happens when you're focused internally and you're not working on something bigger than yourself. So
absolutely. So come along with us.
Yeah.
We'll help get you there. It's always more fun to go somewhere.
January 16th.
January 16th.
Yep.
It's always more fun to go there with someone else.
Yeah.
So you guys have a blessed weekend. That's episode number 24. We'll be right back at you next week. So tune in. But have a great day.
We love you guys.
Thanks for listening to the Happy Healthy Life podcast. If you enjoy the show, make sure to follow them on Instagram at the H2 Life or on YouTube and Facebook at the Happy Healthy Guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and review the show wherever you listen to podcasts.